Yeah, that's great. That's great. Good idea.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love it. It's I don't know if you saw, I found a nice graphic artist. He did a nice picture for me. I picked the eight-pointed star of Venus in the background, the the 8-point star for Venus,
Mm-hmm.
the Babylonian
Mm-hmm.
star. That's the one I put. I think we are probably live. I've just forgotten how to. Oh, I've got to hit record.
Oh yeah, yeah. The meeting is yes. It is live. Yes.
It is live. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where
And it is being recorded too. I got message that it is recorded.
okay, here we are. There we are. Yeah, okay.
Yes. It is live.
Is live. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where I need to mute that one. Can you speak? I just want to see if I can hear you because I'm muted.
Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
perfect. All right. Perfect. Moderation. Da, da, da. I'm just checking if the chat is on okay. Choose who can participate. Da, da, da. I don't think we need to bother about that. Okay, there's 3 watching. So hi to everybody. Hey Fibonacci, I'm glad you came because I know you love Rumen's talks. This is a guy who's been around for a while, Rumen. He's a great guy and he loves your talks. So welcome Fibonacci. I'm glad you're here. And welcome to the rest of you that are watching as well. So hi Rumen, the wonderful Rumen. I've been looking
Hello.
to tonight. I've been looking forward to this night all week. I'm really, really happy to meet with you again, to have your time and your wisdom and just to see you. And it's your birthday in 2 days as well. So happy birthday for 2 days' time.
Thank you.
Yeah, so guys, we're just going to be quite spontaneous in our discussion today. If any of you have any questions, please pop them in the chat and I will get to them as best as I can. Rumen, how are you and what's been happening in your world and what's happening in the sky and what's happening with your program and everything else?
Yeah, everything is fine. Working. Well, right now I am researching the Babylonian cycles of the planet.
Hmm.
Um, as you know, the Babylonians worked is especially they could predict everything just by knowing the cycles.
Mhm.
And every planet has different cycles, and not all of them are known actually.
Yeah.
We have some Babylonian numbers
Mhm.
for the cycles, but these numbers they are like uh, not all, but maybe the most exact.
Mhm.
However, there are many more which needs to be computed.
Right.
So that's what I'm doing now, and
A little
these are actually yeah.
give us a small example, like, how the Babylonians used to use these cycles. Like you can use.
It's like if you take Mercury, for example, he has 46 year of a cycle in the Babylonian sources.
46.
46.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, 46.
Hmm.
Um, However, Ptolemy talks about 20 years.
Hmm.
So there is another cycle which is 20 years. But this is not all. because I have computed probably maybe, let's see, 10 cycles different, at least, of different years
Just
for
Mercury.
Mercury.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, for example, 13 years,
Mm-hmm.
33 years also is one of the Mercury cycles.
Right.
46, of course, we know this from the Babylonian sources, but also 66 also, and 79.
Okay.
Well, you see, Mercury has a lot of cycles, and actually, what happens is that in these cycles they just show a repetition,
Mm-hmm.
of the heliacal state of Mercury.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a repetition of the angular distance between Mercury and the Sun,
Mm-hmm.
and the place in the zodiac, and the time of the seasonal year.
Right.
Everything repeats the same. So this is the cycle.
Okay.
This is the snake biting its tail.
Yeah.
And you see these cycles, and of course I was amazed to see how many are coming out. But this is only for Mercury. Not all planets have so many cycles. Mercury has so many cycles because his synodic cycle, turning around the Sun, like from one conjunction with the Sun to the next.
Mm-hmm.
This is very, very short period. This is
Mm-hmm.
116 days.
Mm-hmm.
116 days.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. And in one year, Mercury turns around the Sun from our viewpoint, watching from the Earth,
Mm-hmm.
a little, like for 1 year, he makes three such turns,
Mm-hmm.
and a little bit more,
Mm-hmm.
because his synodic period is 116 days.
Mm-hmm.
Average. It can vary.
Mm-hmm.
It can go up. It can be 120, 114. It's Mercury. It's crazy. So in one year we have three such cycles.
Mm-hmm.
Three such cycles in
Mm-hmm.
1 year.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine if Mercury pops up somewhere, let's say like a morning star,
Mm-hmm.
So if he pops up somewhere, appears for the first time like a morning star, then after like maybe exactly after I have computed this here somewhere, like it will make 3 times the turning. It may show up 3 times, especially for the southern latitudes.
Mm-hmm.
For like latitude about Jerusalem, Cairo, these southern latitudes,
Mm-hmm.
Mercury is much more visible, much easier,
Right. Okay.
and it can show up 3 times like a morning star, and he can show up 3 times like an evening star.
You mean
which
in the 1 year or?
in 1 year, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Mm.
So, so actually, he'll make a picture on the sky, a figure.
Mm-hmm.
If you connect these 3 points where he shows up like a morning star,
Mm-hmm.
and the 3 points like an evening star,
Yeah.
then you will get 2 triangles.
Triangles, yeah, yeah.
Which is actually the Star of David.
Yeah, yeah.
And actually, this thing,
Mm-hmm.
this figure, is on the ring of Solomon.
Ah,
You know this, right? Like Solomon, the king of
yeah.
Israel.
Ah,
He had, according to the legends, he had a ring with this special hexagram, the
right.
star, the Star of David.
Yeah, okay. Hmm. And it's based on Mercury's cycle, creating 3 morning stars, 3 evening stars. Wow. Hmm.
Yeah, I'll show you actually right now. Let me just. I'll find exactly. I will start my program, and I will show you what I mean here. Let me see. Where was this? Okay. All right. And also, of course, you can build this not only with the places where Mercury shows up, but also with the inferior conjunction or the superior conjunction.
Mm-hmm.
Like any points,
Hmm.
yeah, any points. Let me see. I was here. I'm in the program.
Hey, Cosmic Fern Tree. Hey, Fee. Glad you guys have joined. Sending love back to you as well. Thank you. So Rumen's
Oh,
just looking for Mercury's well, Mercury creates, as Rumen was just saying, like the Star of David in the sky, when Mercury appears as a morning star 3 times and then as an evening star 3 times. But he also said that this can also be seen with the inferior and superior conjunction of the Sun and Mercury. And he's just trying to find it on his computer program to show us the visuals. So we're just waiting on that.
all right. So I found the program. All right. So now, okay.
Someone is asking, Rumen, 33 mastery teacher and 66 are about transformation of knowledge and wisdom within life. So 2 of Mercury's cycles are master cycles. I think that's a question. Does that question make sense to you? I think he's asking if two Mercury cycles connect to a mastery level. I don't know if you can look at it like that. I think this is more numerology, but I think this person is trying to make the connection with the cycle as well.
Okay, so what was the question?
Do two cycles of Mercury of 33, because I think he heard you say Mercury has a 33-year cycle as well.
33, yes, yes.
He's asking because 33 connects to master teacher energy, and he's asking, so is the 2 of Mercury cycles, are they master cycles? I don't know if
Yeah, well, look, 33. 33 is a very, very interesting number.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, I think we talked about this.
Yes.
Like, what is the common thing between Jesus Christ, Alexander the Great, and
Bruce Lee?
Bruce Lee?
I remember. 33.
33.
Yeah.
All these guys
Yeah.
went to the creator when they were 33 years old.
3. Yeah. Hmm.
So why, I mean, astrologically, what is the meaning of this 33 years? I mean, from astrological point of view and astronomical point of view, because 66 is the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing is also valid for the year 66. And not only, actually, right now I am looking, because there was a place, where I computed this, because it is not only 33.
Mm.
It turned out that there are more such cycles except 33 and 66, but I cannot find it right now. I cannot find where I computed this.
That's okay.
But
That's
yeah,
okay.
but mm, but what happens actually in here when someone is 33 years old is that if you make the solar return chart in the tropical,
Mhm.
right, then the ascendant will be the same.
Mm. Do you
Yeah.
for the location of birth, the solar return? You know, if somebody like
Oh yeah, of course, of
always,
course,
yeah,
of course,
yeah.
the same place. Yeah, of course.
I ask you that question because my other teacher, we've talked about this a lot, and a lot of people will do their solar return, woman, based on where they've migrated to. You know what I mean? Because they've lived in another country, or they were born, say, in Greece, but they live in Australia their whole life, for example. And so they'll do their solar return for Australia, not for Greece. But my teacher and I were talking about it and was saying the solar return should be done for perhaps where you were born, right? Regardless of not you living there. Is that, do you think?
Yes, yes, I believe that the solar return should be done for both places.
Both places, yeah.
Yeah, both where you are born and where you live.
Yeah, actually that sounds right. Yeah. Because if you were born in Europe and you left Europe when you were 1 years old and you came to Australia and you've been living in Australia for 40 years or 50 years, you have to look at the solar return for here, right? You can't.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, of course. So what happens? Yeah, what happens then is exactly this kind of thing, astronomically.
Mm-hmm.
And mm, and I have computed this, and this happens, yeah, 33, 66, but also there were several more numbers. Maybe next time I'll find it and I will tell you about them.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot find them right now, but I will now share the screen
Mm-hmm.
and send request. Okay. All right. So now I share the screen. I'll show you about Mercury. Okay. Here is this is the chart. Interesting chart. It is the chart of Napoleon.
Okay.
So where it went here. Napoleon. So you see here this guy. has quite interesting chart. He has here Mercury visible in the morning star Mercury, Apollo, right on the meridian. You see, Mercury is a star which can imitate any other star.
What
You know,
what do you mean by that?
Mercury can be like, okay, when Mercury can be very powerful, extremely powerful. It can be as powerful as Saturn, as Jupiter, depending on its heliacal state, on his position. So here, as you can see, Mercury is probably the most powerful star, visible right on the meridian, and it is a Doryphorius also. Doryphori, yes, because it you see this kind of symbol here. This means Doryphori of the sun.
Oh, okay. Yes. Can you
Because
explain to people what Doryphori is? Because a lot of people wouldn't know.
Doryphori, it is coming from the Hellenistic astrology. It is when you know this means a planet which is something like a bodyguard of the sun or the moon. So for charts which are day charts, like this one here, we are looking for the sun.
Yeah.
If a planet can be a bodyguard of the sun.
Yeah, I love that analogy, by the way. That's a great analogy.
Yeah. So Doryphori actually means somebody who is carrying a spear.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
You know, Doryphorus. So so this is somebody who has weapons, spear, and who is guarding the light of the chart. In a daytime chart, the light is the sun.
Yes.
And in a nighttime chart, the light of the chart is the moon.
Yeah.
So for a planet to be Doryphori, first, you know, like if we are looking at a day chart, we must look only at the sun. And who can be a Doryphori of the sun? These are planets who are day planets. Saturn, Jupiter, and Mercury. Eventually, Mercury can be both. So the Doryphori in a day chart must be a day planet. So it must be in a angular house. And some of the authors say explicitly that they must be either in the first house or in the 10th house, either rising or culminating. And
the Doryphori planets need to be on the ascendant or the MC. Is that what you?
Yes. And also, they must be rising before the sun. In front, they must rise in front of the sun. And here, as you can see, Mercury and Saturn, they are day planets. They are in the culminating house, the 10th culminating house on the meridian, and they are rising before the sun. So here all conditions are fulfilled. It is very rare actually to see a real Doryphori.
Right, and he's got two bodyguards, right?
And he has two. Doryphora. Yeah. It is like, you see, different authors, they have different views on the Doryphoria.
Mhm.
However, the most stringent, the most tough rules
Mhm.
are here. Okay,
Okay, yeah.
because the more rules are fulfilled, the stronger the Doryphoria.
Yeah, yeah.
So here, what actually the Doryphoria, the bodyguard, shows in a chart is that this person will rise very, very high socially,
Mm.
much higher than his or her parents.
Mm-hmm.
The Doryphoria just shows somebody who comes from a village and becomes emperor, you know.
Right. Interesting.
So here we have this Saturn conjunct Mercury,
Mm.
and then of course the Sun conjunct Regulus, you
Yeah,
know, quite powerful.
yeah,
Jupiter in the rising sign.
yeah, yeah,
So we can look here. Well, of course, let's go to now to see what is happening now. And this is for 42 north, you see here,
yeah.
geographical latitude 42 north. We can change this, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So right now this is the situation for 42 north. As we can see,
The chart for
Mark,
the chart for the sky right now in the northern hemisphere.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is what is when you click here now,
Yeah,
it will show you what is the sky for this place here.
yeah, yeah. Got it.
And 42, it is 42 latitude north. Well, where I am right now, it is 43. So I think this is a good normal north latitude. Maybe I think New York or Washington, D.C. was somewhere
Yeah,
around 42, I
yeah.
guess. So what we see right now is Mars is invisible.
Yes.
And very, very soon, Venus will become invisible too.
Yes, yes, that's right. Yes. And Mars, I think,
So
been visible for a long time, Rumen. I think until what, June next year or something?
Mars,
Yeah,
yes, yes, very, 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 very long time.
yeah.
So uh, we are expecting several interesting events on the sky
Mm-hmm.
at this latitude. First, Mercury, you see here it is written MF2, which means like Mercury will become visible after 2 days.
Yeah.
You see, after 2 days, he'll become visible actually on 29th of November, according to the program.
Yeah.
Uh, and
I think that's when
Venus,
Mercury stations direct as well. I think at that time, 29th November, same time.
yeah, and as you can see, Venus will become invisible on the 8th of December.
Yes, I've been tracking this because in Melbourne she became invisible already on the 21st of November. So we all know how much I love Venus, so of course I'm tracking her. And perhaps we can talk a little bit about her journey. You know, we can maybe show her journey from the point of view of becoming invisible. What happens to her? Where's she going? What's going on?
Look here, look here. She is becoming invisible on the 9th of December. So what is happening here? Actually, you see, Mars is invisible, and on the 9th of December, for this latitude, remember, right, very, very important to know that this kind of phenomena depend heavily on the geographical latitude.
Yes.
So for this latitude, 42 north, and I guess also around like between, let's say, 38 and 45, it will be plus minus several days.
Yeah.
I can actually change this. Okay, let's change this to 45 north.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay, I'll change this to 45 north. And let's see now when Venus became invisible there. Ah, all right. Okay, I found it. It is on the 8th of December.
Yeah.
Well, one day from 42 to 45 north, one day difference. Not much. But anyway, what this means here? Okay, Venus is direct, which means she is behind the sun. Okay. Mars is also behind the sun. So here we can see that very, very soon, Anastasia, we will have a myth playing on the sky.
Yes, yes, that's right. Oh my God, I completely forgot about that. Um, ERESHKIGAL and NERGAL. Yes.
Exactly.
Woo! Oh wow. Yeah. Okay, guys, the reason I'm a little bit excited about that is because Rumen did an extraordinary webinar on the cycle of Venus and Mars. It's quite involved and quite complex. So I can't explain it all to you now. But anyway, he did this amazing webinar, which I've been very lucky to have seen. And it's about Mars and Venus when they are wherever they are in their cycle in the sky. And at some point, Venus will go invisible and Mars will go invisible. And this is it. This is where we are about to enter. When Mars becomes invisible and Venus becomes invisible in the sky, they become characters in the underworld. And those characters are NERGAL, which is Mars, and ERESHKIGAL, the queen of the underworld, the queen of the dead, which is actually Venus as well. So they have this whole story and whole mythology of this journey they go through of passionate lovemaking for 7 days and 7 nights from memory. But there's all these different layers to that story and what happened between them and how Mars, didn't want to stay and so on and so forth. So basically, when planets go invisible and they enter the underworld, well, there's stories and there's mythologies that happen with these divinities in the underworld. And we are about to step into that exact story, which is amazing, amazing. To actually see this now in the sky is amazing because of your webinar that I watched, Because it's one thing when you're hearing or reading something, and then it's another thing to have it happen. So I'll hand it back over to you, and perhaps you can explain a little bit more about that. But I just wanted to share that for people who are not sure what we're talking about here.
Yeah, it's there is this myth about ERESHKIGAL, which is the queen of the underworld, and NERGAL. So NERGAL goes to the underworld for some reason. I'll just shortly relate the main aspects of this myth. So he goes there 2 times actually. Like the first time he's sent there from by Anu to for the reason to because he didn't show enough respect to the messenger of ERESHKIGAL.
Mhm.
Namtar means fate. fate.
Ah.
Namtar, this is one of the chieftains of ERESHKIGAL. So he, because he didn't show enough respect to him, to Namtar, which is very, very peculiar for Mars, NERGAL, you know. This is the rebel. He doesn't follow any rules except his own. So this is very, very natural that everybody is standing up, you know, and bowing to Namtar. But, you know, NERGAL is just sitting with his glass of ambrosia and didn't give a penny for, you know, anyone. So yeah, they Anu sent him back, sent him actually to the underworld, because ERESHKIGAL cannot get out of there. ERESHKIGAL must be there. So Anu sent NERGAL to excuse himself, and they told him not to do, what to do and what not to do. But he didn't listen. So he yeah, he didn't listen. He touched ERESHKIGAL. He went even much farther. He slept with ERESHKIGAL, and then he escaped back to the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you know, I can imagine this getting out very early in the morning.
Yeah.
ERESHKIGAL is still asleep, and he's on his toes, getting out and flying to the sky. And ERESHKIGAL wakes up and, hey, where is my husband? Where is this guy who just slept with me? Oh my God! So, so she was very angry, and she told Anu to send him back. So after some more kind of mythology, Anu sent him back to her, and this was their second meeting, and then they stayed forever there. Like this was like the second final meeting, and then after that NERGAL stayed there. So
Is that how he became the king of the underworld as well?
yeah.
Yeah.
So what is happening actually? We have two meetings, and in these two meetings, Venus must be invisible, and Mars must be invisible.
Yeah.
However, the invisibility of Venus are two. She can be behind the sun, and she can be in front of the sun.
Yeah.
Like if she is in front of the sun, then Mars, if Mars is invisible, he is behind the sun. So this is the first meeting.
So what we're seeing in the chart right now, this describes the first meeting.
No. This is not the first meeting. This is the second meeting, because here Venus is behind the sun, and Mars is behind the sun.
Okay.
You know, when both of them are behind the sun, then they stay together. But if Venus is in front and Mars is behind, then you know the sun is between them.
Yeah, separation. Yeah, okay.
So because right now both are behind the sun, this is the second meeting, which means that this is, you know, like stays. This second meeting like seals the deal, like NERGAL remains there forever. Yeah. So
okay, that's really interesting.
and look, this is happening in Scorpio.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
So yeah, so what is the geographical latitude of Sydney or Melbourne?
37 south.
37. Okay, I'll put here 37 south. The longitude does not matter. You can put anything here. What is important is the geographical latitude, and I want to see what is happening right now there.
Mars is
Yeah.
invisible. Venus is invisible. Yeah.
Venus is invisible. When did she become invisible, actually?
I think on the 21st.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I have here 22nd. Yeah, it is on the 21st, 22nd. So, from this time, like for 45 north, it is starting from the 9th, from the 8th of December.
Yes.
But for you guys in
Yeah.
Australia, in the southern hemisphere,
Yeah.
this kind of myth already started.
Yeah. What does that mean for love and relationships?
Yeah. So look, we must check out when will be the exact conjunction. So what does this mean? Okay, this is NERGAL meeting ERESHKIGAL in the underworld, and having this passionate affair. So this is a time when such kind of unions can be made, which are on the basis of passion,
Ah.
of very strong sexual attraction.
There you
Yes.
go, guys. Now's the time to get passionate. If you've got a lover in mind, now's the time.
Yeah, it will help if if this has to happen
Yeah,
with someone. This will happen naturally. So
yeah,
nobody has to prepare for anything, because
yeah,
everything will just happen absolutely naturally.
yeah.
No worries, no worries. So yeah, so this is actually the myth, because you see Mars is the star of the basic sexual drive, of the passion, of the sexual passion. Mars.
Mm.
And Venus, when invisible, all and especially Scorpio. Scorpio is the symbol and the image of invisible Venus in Babylon, Ishara. Her
Mara.
name is Ishara. Yeah, and she is associated with sexual love.
Isn't it interesting, Rumen, that Venus is going invisible in Scorpio, in the Babylonian zodiac, and you were just saying that when Venus goes invisible, she enters the underworld, and the divinities and the archetypes associated with the underworld connect to Scorpio, and she's in Scorpio going invisible. Like she could have been in another sign, for example, but she's in Scorpio. So it's like you can't get more literal, right, than the symbolism of Venus going into the underworld through Scorpio, right? It's really intense energy, right?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, and also you can see. All right. Also, something interesting for this latitude, 37 south, is Mercury on the 11th of December. You see MF0, which means that Mercury is appearing like a morning star
Mhm.
on the 11th of December for 37 south.
Yeah.
So this is another interesting thing, but let's go back to NERGAL and ERESHKIGAL. So for the northern hemisphere, as I said, for the 45 north, Venus will go invisible on the 8th of December. And then we must see when exactly there will be the conjunction. But this will start acting from the time when Venus becomes invisible. The period is on. So until Venus is invisible, Mars will be invisible too. This whole period can be a period of very passionate kind of sexual relations, like unions, relations, like this kind of basic sexual drive. Very, very passionate affairs can happen exactly in this time frame. And what is interesting, because this is the second time of the meeting. This is the second meeting, actually. The first meeting, when Venus is invisible, but is on the other side of the sun, between the sun and the earth, and Mars is on the other side, behind the sun. This is the first meeting. In this meeting, Venus is retrograde also, because she's in front of the sun. And in this meeting, NERGAL escaped. Yeah. But in the second meeting, no such thing. No escape. He stays there forever. So this means that the love affairs, which can happen in this kind of period, they will most probably be more robust. Most probably they will be stronger, than in the first meeting. Because here they are married officially. NERGAL stays there.
So when was the first meeting, Rumen? Can we
when?
Can we work out when the first meeting happened?
Well, we can because there is this is a cycle. This is a cycle, and I think I have computed it somewhere. Let me see. Where did I compute this? Well, again, I have difficulties. All these things finding. All right, so let me see here. Venus and Mars. I think, this is very, very interesting cycle, because it is like, I found it. So right now, let's see. It's okay. The whole cycle with all two meetings is 6 years and a half around.
So it takes 6.5 years for them to have the two meetings.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I didn't realize it was okay. So 6.5 years ago they had their first meeting, and now
no. It is like because 6.5 years is from the second meeting to the second meeting, from the first meeting to the first meeting, the whole cycle. So the first meeting must be like maybe probably 4 years before that. I'll check here, because I have it somewhere exactly computed how many years is this, but I think it will be probably about 2 or 3 years before that. before now, Venus was invisible in front of the sun.
Okay.
And well, what this means is that in this period, which is right now, coming for the northern and for you already in action, in this period, such kind of union, such kind of love affairs can happen. Strong, passionate, sexual, very very passionate, and more durable, because this is the second meeting. It is also possible that someone who someone with whom you have met like 2 or 3 years ago, when was the first meeting, will come back.
Right. Yeah.
This is also a possible thing. And the culmination will be when Venus goes conjunct with Mars. Wow, this will be something. Wow, it's ooh, my God, this is crazy. You see, like the Sun, Mars, and Venus will be conjunct in the 24th degree of Babylonian Sagittarius. Let's look at the exact degrees. Yeah, in the same degree, Mars will be only 13 minutes away from the center of the sun. So actually Mars will be in the heart of the sun. The disk of the sun in diameter is half a degree, like 30 minutes, 30 or 32 minutes. And the radius is about 15, 16 minutes. So here you see there is 13 minutes difference from Mars to the center of the sun. And the radius of the sun is 15 or 16 minutes. So Mars is right there in the center, in the disk of the sun, by ecliptical projection. And Venus is not far away too. Look, wow, this will be extremely powerful. And look, this is happening here in the Babylonian Sagittarius, somewhere here close to his head. And also Mercury here just has Mercury will be disappearing. Actually, ML1 means morning last, the next day. And if I go next day, morning class 0, this is the last time when you see Mercury, and the next day he will be invisible. Yeah, so at the same time Mercury becomes invisible. When this, so the culmination of this period will be, when is that? 9th of January.
Yeah.
When they are in conjunction. And then it will, of course, go on until Venus is out of the invisibility, which will be, let's see, this will be a long period.
Right.
Actually, a long period. Okay, February 12th, maybe Venus appears. Yeah, on February 12th, 437 geographical latitude south, which is Melbourne, right?
Yeah.
Venus is appearing on the 12th of February. So this For you guys down there, it will be from now. Well, it has already started for you, but it will last until the 12th of February. This period. And let's see what is happening for the north. 45 north. Okay, not much difference actually. It will be from the 8th of December until 7th of February.
Yeah.
Not much difference. So this will be interesting period, guys. Interesting period for the
lovers.
Yeah. Also, Mercury here is, if I go now, let's go now. Mercury is appearing. Mercury is appearing here after today's. He is appearing in the 26th degree of Babylonian Libra.
Okay.
So, this means that everybody who has something there, ascendant, sun, moon, MC, will have very productive time in new projects, in new communication, connections, networking, partnerships, ideas, projects. Mercury, like Apollo Morningstar, this is the creative drive. Creative drive, and a lot of new contacts, projects, people will come around.
Nice.
For such people. Also, if someone is born around this time, which is 29th of November, this is for the 45 north latitude. If somebody is born plus minus 7 days from 29th of November.
That's you.
That's me, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
sorry, you were going to say even if they're 7 days plus or minus from the 29th of November, what were you going to say about that?
The same, yeah. This will be a very, very huge influence on everybody who is born plus minus 7 days from this date when Mercury shows up.
I see. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Well, sometimes I believe that it is even 12.
Really?
Plus minus 12.
Yeah.
Sometimes I believe this on the analogy with the 12 months of the year.
Okay. Yeah.
Because you see, if something happens 5 days after your birthday on the sky, like like Mercury pops up or Venus is doing something, then, okay, 5 days after your birth, this means 5 months after your birth month. But we have 12 months. So it is logical also to watch if in this window plus minus 12 days, because if Mercury pops up 11 days after your birthday, this means 11 days after your birth month.
Yeah.
And also before, like 11 days before, this can be double, like 11 months after or 11 months before, both. But this is the logic behind this, what I'm thinking. So yeah, these are two interesting things that will be happening. This myth, NERGAL, ERESHKIGAL, which will work until the 7th, 8th of January. One thing, and then Mercury appearing right now. These are important things that we will look into the sky. What else? I can show you here, for example, if I go, I'll go now. And as I told you, we can look at Mercury. Okay, but also we can build this hexagram. So here is the hexagram with the inferior conjunction
of Mercury.
Okay, but we can build it with anything here, with morning, with all these things here. But you see what you get. Okay, there are no triangles here because as you can see in this period for this geographical latitude, in the year you have only 2 appearances as evening first.
Okay, yeah, and there has to be 3 to make that. Yeah.
The third cycle, he doesn't show up.
That's Mercury, hey? He's a very tricky guy.
Yes, however, if I go geographical latitude 32, which I think is somewhere there, Baghdad, Jerusalem, or Alexandria was, I think, 31, somewhere there. You see? For the 32 latitude, Mercury appears 3 times.
Okay.
3 times as a morning star, 3 times as an evening star. So here is the star of David, the star on the ring of Solomon, of the king Solomon, the prophet Solomon. So you see what the great Solomon had on his ring. This we can see on the sky actually with the hexagram of Mercury. And you see now, look, you know, what I see here is that these triangles, you know, these 2 triangles, like, okay, let me see if I go to inferior conjunction. Yeah, right now it is more, you know, kind of good shaped Star of David here. Here we see like the blue triangle, and the brown triangle. So the triangle which is pointing up, we have one pointing up and one and one pointing down, right? So I believe that the one pointing up, this is the active force in the world.
Right.
You know, like mathematics. Okay, we have 0, there is nothing. We have 1, God is 1, and everything is 1. We have 2, all right, God has decided to create man and a woman, sun and the moon, light and darkness, day and night. This is 2. This is 2. So these triangles are actually the, you know, the one pointing upward is the yang, like in this Chinese system, yang yin, you know, like active force yang, right? Active force is the triangle up. The triangle down is the passive force.
Right. So,
Uh,
so masculine, feminine, right? Masculine up
yeah.
and
Oh
down.
yeah, yeah. On this kind of level, which is number 2, we can divide everything into the whole world.
Mm.
So according to this distinction, we have only 2 principles:
Mhm.
active, passive,
Yeah.
man, woman, day, night,
Mm.
sun, moon, extrovert, introvert.
Hot,
And
cold.
so, here, yeah, so these 2 triangles, up is the active force, down is the passive force.
Mhm.
And if we build this with the morning first and the evening first, this would be, for me, the active triangle is the morning first, because when a planet shows up in the morning before the sunrise,
Mhm.
then this is the active force.
Mhm.
The star shows up in the active part of the day-night cycle, right?
Right.
A planet shows up before the sunrise.
Mhm.
So this is connected with the sunrise, with the sun, and with the active force.
Mhm.
So morning first is active force.
Mhm.
Evening first, because it's happening in the evening, is the passive force.
Oh, okay. That's
So
very interesting, Rumen. I've never thought
yeah,
of that before. Does
so
that
here,
principle apply with all the planets?
uh, well, I think I believe so. Yes, this is of course true with all planets, because morning is active. When a planet is a morning star,
Yeah.
she's appearing before the sunrise. She's like heralding,
Mm.
introducing the sun,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
this is of course active force.
Yeah.
And that Venus morning star is Athena,
Mm.
and the evening star is Aphrodite. And you know what is the character of Athena and of the Aphrodite. So
Yeah.
yeah. But here, my thinking goes right here in this kind of Mercury star of David. Goes like this. Okay, we have one triangle, which is the morning first,
Mhm.
and this is the active force. We have another triangle, which is the evening first, and this is the passive force.
Mm.
And we have 6 points.
Mhm.
3 points where Mercury rises up as a morning star
Yeah.
in this year,
Mhm.
and 3 points when he is rising as an evening star.
Mhm.
So one thing that we can do is, let me wait a minute. I just must find here some computations that I have made. So we can do this for the whole year. And we must start, I believe strongly that we must, let me see, we must start uh, with Nissan the first. Um, like we start with the beginning of the year,
Mhm.
Nissan, which is around the spring equinox. So we start in this time to see for the whole year what are the triangles. So we can change here. I will change the time. Okay, first of Nissan for 2025 was on the 30th of March.
Mhm.
Okay, let's go. 30th of March. refresh. Okay, this is, let me see here. 30th of March. Yes, this is because I must go here. Okay, this is the 1st of Nisan for latitude 32 north.
Can you just explain to people briefly just what's the 1st of Nisan? Because some people might not know that terminology.
The 1st of Nisan is the beginning of the Babylonian year, and it happens, as you can see here, when you see the first lunar crescent appearing shortly after sunset, after the spring equinox.
Yeah. Okay.
Look here, this orange dot here is the spring equinox.
Yeah.
And we are already after the spring equinox. And this is the day, the evening, when we see for the first time the lunar crescent.
Yeah.
This is the 1st of Nisan. And this is for latitude 32 north. Jerusalem is there, 32 north. So, all right, look what is happening here. Okay, I will, let me see. I'll get rid of this, only show you the triangle. So here are the triangles. And all right, we have the exact days are here. You see MF1, 19th of April, MF2, and so on.
Yeah.
And we have also here the where this happens. So look what I came to last night when I was thinking about this, and I came to some conclusions how we can possibly use this Star of David. Because look, if you make this Star of David for the 1st of Nisan, which is the beginning of the year,
Yeah.
for a certain place, 1st of Nisan, you make this Star of David, then you can probably see how will be the fluids, the influence for the whole year. From Mercury.
Yeah.
As Apollo and as Hermes.
Yeah.
So Mercury is as powerful as any other star, as any other planet. And Apollo, as you know, is with Athena the most powerful after Zeus and Hera. Zeus and Hera, they are one, although they are quarreling a lot, but you know. So Zeus, Hera, they are number one, of course, and then we have from one side Athena and from the other Apollo. So Apollo is morning first. Yeah, it is morning star, and Hermes is the trade, you know, like communication, trade, business. Hermes. One of the symbols of Hermes was the purse with coins.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah, this is one of his symbols. Why? Because Hermes is very wise, very intelligent, and he trades. He likes to talk, to trade, to think, you know, to make projects. So Hermes. And Apollo is the visionary. Visionary. Apollo sees, has vision, sees, hears things from the divine world. So,
So
Apollo.
just to interject for a second for those people listening now or who will listen later, Rumen is talking about Mercury as an evening star and as a morning star. He's just describing some different features and themes of what describes Mercury as a morning star, which is the god Apollo, the god of the eternal light and truth. And as you said, he's the god of visions and visionary, right? And the god Hermes corresponds to Mercury evening star. And he's the one that you said he has a symbol with a purse and coins. So he's the one that makes all the physical connections out there. He's a tradesman, he's a businessman, he's very intelligent, you said, and so forth, right? Just to
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, keep going. Wonderful.
So okay, right now I will go in some very, very new, very, very esoteric thing.
Oh, yes.
Uh,
Good.
extremely new. Mm, nobody has thought about this
I'm
until
sure.
now.
I'm sure. I believe you 100%.
Until now, yeah.
Most of your work, Rumen, no one's thought about it.
So whoever knows from those who listen now and who will listen later
Mhm.
at some time, and who knows this Chinese system of I Ching,
Yes.
I Jin. It's I have heard like I Jin. Some pronounce it like I Ching. You know,
Yes.
this system of hexagrams.
Mm.
Hexagrams. Six lines.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So you know that this I Ching they have 64 combinations.
Mm.
Like they have six lines, and each line can be either yang or yin.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it is straight line, this is active,
Yeah.
yang. If it is not straight but with
Like
a pulse,
yeah.
like broken line, it is the passive force, in.
Yeah.
And when you have six such lines,
Mm-hmm.
each one can be only one of these two. So you have altogether 64 combinations.
Mm-hmm.
And the Book of Changes, which is I Jin, I Ching, the Book of Changes is about this system. And they have detailed explanation about these 64 different hexagrams. And guess what?
Mm-hmm.
The theory goes that these 64 hexagrams, there are actually 64 kind of principles in the world, and everything is one of these 64 principles. Everything which exists can fit in one of these 64 principles. So look here, we have 6 points, right?
Mm-hmm.
6 points, and we can make here the I Jin hexagram.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like okay, how do we do this? Okay, like in the hexagrams of I Jin, it's like two trigrams. One trigram above the other.
Mm-hmm.
You write one trigram with 3 lines,
Mm-hmm.
and then you write another one below the first one. That's how they do it. And so we have 2 triangles, 2 trigrams, and we have here the same. So the question is
Yeah.
how to transform this,
Yeah.
Like you see, like every year on the 1st of Nisan, you make this, which is for the whole year. You know, you can make it for a given place, but if you use morning first, evening first, not for all places will show up the triangles. But if you use inferior and superior conjunctions, this for all places, this will be the same.
Yeah.
But let's for now use this because this is more, yeah, inferior conjunction, superior conjunction is more for the whole world because it doesn't change. The
Yeah.
place where you go,
Yeah.
it will stay the same on the sky, right?
Right.
Inferior conjunction, where Mercury conjunct the sun,
Yeah.
it will not change if you go to Alaska or to New Zealand. So
Yeah.
that's why. But it is good for the whole world. While the morning first, evening first, it depends on the latitude.
Latitude. Yeah. So it personalizes it much more, doesn't it?
It does this, and that's why let's go here. So I was thinking last night, actually. So now you have here the something that I have not told anyone, actually. Anyone, nobody knows about this. I have not told this to anyone because I just didn't have the time to do it. So
Thank you for
you know,
sharing it.
yeah, well, yeah, you just got me right in this moment. So what can I do? On the stage, what can I do? So yeah, so the question is how to transform this. Well, it is if we start thinking, okay, we have here 6 points. So every point will be one of these 6 lines. All right? Every point will be one of these 6 lines. So we will build, we will start writing, from up down these 6 lines because up they are the past and down the future.
Right.
So we'll start. Yeah, this is what is the system. So we start with the active part with MF1. As you see, MF1 is right here after the equinox. All right. So what we do is actually, let me show you, actually, which will be more easy for someone to understand. All right. Somebody who knows this system and who is listening will understand everything, of course. So I will build it like this MF1. Oh, wait a moment. That's
a Greek letter.
This is Cyrillic. Yeah. This is actually Greek. Yeah. Well, Cyrillic is kind of Greek. So a version of the Greek. So MF1, I'll put up. MF2, next one. MF3, next one. And then evening first one, evening first two, evening first three. So this will be the hexagram. But how will we know each of these points? Is this yang or is this yin? Well, I have idea, and I'll tell you now what is my idea. I will go to the tropical. I change to the tropical, and you can see now like the tropical Aries, which is tropical ideal month Nisan. I don't like calling the tropical sections Aries, Taurus, Gemini. I don't like this because this you mix this up with the constellations, right? So tropical Aries for me is the first tropical section, not Aries. This is the first tropical section. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And the first tropical section, okay, let's assume that it starts with the spring equinox.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the first tropical section. So the first morning first one is in the first tropical section, right?
Mm-hmm.
So okay, we go here to the, oh just let me just all right. Oh my god. So we go to we go here. And because it is the first tropical section, this will be oh wait a moment. This will be young. This will be the active force. Active.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just thinking how to make this, because they are using, like, oh no, wait a minute, they are using something like this,
Yeah. Yeah.
like this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Active force. Okay, good. Second one. Why is the second one? MF2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it is in again it is in the fifth section, which is again masculine, which is again active force, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see here Leo, tropical Leo.
Mm-hmm.
Tropical Leo is the fifth tropical section,
Yeah.
which is again active force.
Mm-hmm.
So all right, again we'll put here active again. Okay, where is the third one? In Scorpio, in tropical Scorpio, which is passive force.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we put here passive, and we'll make like this.
So how do you know it's the passive one? How did you identify it in the chart?
Well, it is a feminine sign.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was going to ask
Yeah?
you because it's in a feminine sign. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, old tropical sections are masculine,
Yeah.
even are feminine. So, all right, now let's go to evening first. Evening first is, yeah, tropical Gemini, active, good. All right, tropical Gemini, again active. Okay, we go to the second one. Evening first two, it's right on the border, actually, but we can see here where is it happening. It is happening, oh, you see, in the third minute of Scorpio,
Wow.
of tropical Scorpio, which means again passive force.
Mm-hmm.
But this is kind of border case, so we must have this in mind.
Yeah.
Anyway, we put this here. Okay. Then where is the third one? The third one is, okay, let's see. The third one is in tropical Aquarius, right? Right? You see it? The third one, evening first here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Tropical Aquarius, which is active force, good. So we go back to here and active force again. Oh, well, wait, this is active force, so I must put active force.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, we are ready. We're ready with our first computation of the I Ching hexagram of the Mercury Star of David for 2025 for Jerusalem.
Mm.
So you see, from this hexagram, we must look now into the Idzin book. There is a book with these 64 combinations
Mhm.
explained written what it means,
Mhm.
and we must go to this book and read this and
Mhm.
look what is written there. But for me, this will be the whole business climate for
Mm.
2025.
Okay.
The whole
2025 or 2026?
Well, this is you see here, this is for 1st of Nisan
Oh, okay. Yeah.
2025,
Sorry. Yeah. Got it. Yeah.
which is March 30th.
Yeah.
So this is for the whole business climate for 2025 for Jerusalem,
Mm.
but also Mercury, like Hermes, Apollo, they are much more than business.
Mm.
Especially Apollo is not business at all. Apollo is completely different thing. So this is a side of reality, which is not only business, it is also communication and agreement or disagreement between peoples,
Mm.
and all kinds of things which come from Mercury as Apollo and as Hermes. So I have not looked what this means. I mean, what is written in the
Would be very
uh,
interesting because if this is reflecting the I Ching and the 3 evenings and the 3 mornings, Mercury's in the two stars that they're drawing, and we've connected it to the I Ching in the passive and the active, right? And there are 64 combinations, you said. And so we're connecting it to Mercury, and you've picked Jerusalem because, that the star was on Solomon's ring, as you said, right? And so
mhm.
there's a strong connection then with Mercury, the Star of David. The fact that Mercury is making that Star of David in the sky, right? And that's a symbol for that part of the world, that cultural part of the world, etc. So do you think that perhaps what the book might say might reflect some of the things that are going on with that part of the world, like this year, for example, with
Yeah,
their communications, their failure of communications, or their positive communications, whatever it is, um, with other nations, with other countries, and things like that too, right? Not just within them internally, but with their negotiations and connections and
yeah. Well, yeah. This is for the whole geographical latitude, which is 32 north.
mm,
This will be more or less the same for the whole latitude. Everybody who is on this latitude. So on this latitude, I guess is also Iran. Iran also.
mm,
Iran and north of India. So you can go more local. You could go more local. You could build this or build this hexagram. I mean, this Chinese Idzin, you
mm.
can build it for Jerusalem or for Tehran, and it can be different for
Yeah,
both places.
yeah,
But it requires more consideration and more research
yeah,
how to do it exactly. Right now, this one is for everybody who is on 32 latitude north. This
okay,
one here.
yeah, okay.
So if we want to see the
Mm,
whole world, we go to inferior conjunction
mm,
and superior
yeah,
conjunction.
yeah. That's amazing, Rumen. That's an
Yeah,
amazing thing you've connected there. That's incredible. Like, I don't even think people realize how fucking incredible this is, actually.
Yes, actually, like people who know about this system and who know astrology,
Yeah,
they will very easily understand everything that I'm talking now.
yeah, yeah.
And
I agree.
yeah, so yeah. But anyway, this is what came to my mind last night late. So I am sharing
Yeah,
with you.
thank you, Ruben. That's incredible. Your mind is freaking amazing. It's extraordinary. Just what you can vision. You really are an Apollo, aren't you? The Apollo
uh,
visionary. Which reminds me, that's the name of your jewelry line, right? It's Apollo Vision, isn't it? The name of
Apollo
yeah,
Apollo Vision, yeah.
yeah. For those of you that are not aware, Rumen's got exquisite, unique uh pieces of jewelry that replicas of ancient symbols and very high quality grade diamonds and gold and the like. It's so exquisite, and they're very unique pieces. We're not talking about making this ring, for example. Thank you for bringing that up. There we go. These pieces are very unique. It's a one-off. No one else in the world has it. Once you have it, that's it. Nobody else has it. And they're also designed at a particular time. Rumen chooses the exact moment when that jewelry piece is going to be crafted and made based on astronomical alignments, right? So if it's a Venus piece of jewelry, he will, I guess, look at where Venus is at the time in the sky, and it will correspond. The energy will come through these exquisite pieces of jewelry, which I have my eye on two pieces, but I need Spiker to bring some fairy dust to me so I can get them.
Do you see this here? This is
Oh,
the
wow.
most.
That's amazing. That's
You
Apollo.
know, you know who is this guy, right?
Apollo. Yeah,
Apollo Hekatos.
that is incredible. I've not seen that before. Is that new?
This is new. I made it like a month ago.
Wow, that's amazing. That's so beautiful. Yeah, yeah. So beautiful. Very
Yeah, so
pieces. Yeah. So if you guys are interested, check it out. It's on Etsy. You can find his beautiful work on Etsy. It's called Apollo Vision. Of course, I'll have Rumen's details underneath this video. And, not only does he have this beautiful jewelry line, which is very unique, he also has, of course, numerous books and webinars and his extraordinary Placidus program, which is probably the most unique astronomical software on the globe. There's no other program that can show you this chart that you are seeing, that the work that we've been looking at tonight, identifying Mars being invisible, Venus being invisible, Mercury becoming a morning star on the 29th of November, showing us graphically, visually when Mercury is just about to appear. Those abbreviations, MF, um, ML, and so forth, those abbreviations speak directly to where the planet is in the sky. If it's MF1, then it's morning first one. It's about to appear in one day. These details you cannot find on any other program online, on YouTube, on Google, on whatever. So this is a very unique program, very detailed, and the amount of insight that you can gain about what is happening in the sky can really, really give you very unique pieces of rich wisdom and information about your own chart and about any chart for any moment that you cannot see in any book or any other program, period. So this is very, very unique. And if you really want to read the real sky and what's actually going on, where planets are at any moment when they're in the underworld, when they're about to appear, when they're changing in their cycles. You can't do that on astrotheme.com or whatever, right? So reach out to Rumen for this extraordinary program if you are really into the stars and the sky, because this is it. This is what shows it to you. Yeah. I'm so grateful I have a beautiful, generous soul sister who was one of my students who connected with Rumen as well, gifted this program to me. I am, very, very lucky, very lucky. So,
So here I am just going back to Mercury for Melbourne, -37 latitude. It shows it appears on the 11th of December, and for 45 north, so he appears uh December 8th. I said right, December 8th.
I think so. 8 or 9, yeah.
Morning first. No, 28th, 29th of November he is appearing. Here I'll go back to the Babylonian zodiac. And here, okay, Mercury appears on the 29th, 28th November here, morning first for 45 north.
Yeah.
So there is, according to the myth, Apollo kills Python, Python, when he is 4 days old. 4 days old, yeah. So we can count 4 days after the morning first, because morning first Apollo is born, and 4 days after 28th of November will be 29, 30, will be like first or 2nd of December. So this will be important. Around 1st, 2nd of December, Apollo kills Python.
So can you give us an example, like just a hypothetical example in someone's life, what that might be?
Well, this is actually this is not sure that Apollo will kill Python. Well, in the myth he kills Python, but for every time when this myth repeats on the sky, the battle may develop differently. Sometimes yes, Apollo may kill Python, sometimes not so easy. So depends. But this is decisive moment. This is decisive moment, and this is actually for the whole world.
Yeah, yeah.
Because well, for the whole world, I mean, not actually for the whole world, but only for these latitudes where Mercury can be seen as a morning star.
Yeah. So it depends which date he will be seen.
Depends where. So
Yeah.
for Sydney, for this latitude, we said that Mercury will appear 11th of December, right?
I think so, yeah.
11th of December. So 4 days after that will be 15th of December.
Okay.
So this is something which we must look at. Also, the morning elongation for 45 north latitude will happen on the 7th of December, which will be also like Apollo then reach its far away from the sun, maximum distance.
Yeah.
This is also important moment when he has like furthest away from the sun. And of course,
what does it mean in the story? What does it mean in the myth when Mercury is furthest away from the sun? What's happening there?
Well, I will assume that from the time, like 4 days after the birthday, or the morning elongation, if Mercury is visible.
Mm.
If Mercury is visible, I think that the morning elongation can be connected with like the maximum power of Apollo.
Ah, okay.
And I suppose it could be, yeah, the maximum power. It could be also connected with the battle, with Echidna, with Python
Mm,
also.
mm. And
And
Apollo would be because his maximum distance elongation, furthest away from the sun that Mercury can be, and you said that he can be very powerful at this time. So if it was a situation in a person's life, I know it would depend on a few different things, but for example, it might be somebody who is in some kind of maybe some sort of negotiation of some kind, and they end up, killing the python, the enemy.
yeah,
In the
yeah,
negotiation, they end up being victorious because Apollo is very powerful at this time, yes?
yeah,
For example, just hypothetically speaking. Yeah.
yes, yes. Oh
Okay.
yeah, yeah. This is, yeah, this period will be very huge in opportunities for new projects.
Very interesting because I think, I'm just thinking about some situations in my own life. So, for people listening, just on that everyday kind of level, this could be you in a situation where you are having some type of communication, some type of negotiating certain things in your life. It could be with a system, it could be with a particular individual. And the timing of this, of what we're talking about now, is indicative of a time where this could be a positive outcome for you if you can do it around this time. And I think that's very
Yes,
important because certain
absolutely. Yeah,
communications and certain negotiations that it could be with your lawyer, it could be with your doctor, it could be with the government, whatever, whoever. If you want to use the power of Apollo, the power, because Mercury, Apollo, is your speech. When you are communicating and you are negotiating with somebody, you're negotiating your terms. This is you being Apollo or Mercury. So you've got to think about this just on that everyday level. And if you've got certain situations going on, this time frame can be very beneficial, I think is what you're saying, woman, yes?
absolutely, absolutely. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Um. So
Just 30 seconds. I just need 30 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, Roman's just taking a little break as well. Let's see what's going on with you guys.
I'm here. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
here.
dirty
I
answers,
just.
ladies and judges. That's right, Sprinkle, 777. Uh, This is amazing, Rumen. Always, I'm always left feeling like my soul has had a beautiful dinner when I sit with you. It's so good. So, so good. Yeah. We might start winding it up if you're ready to wind it up, perhaps.
Oh yeah, I am ready. If there are some questions, if you have
Uh,
any
let
any
me
questions,
see.
let me know. I'll get some more cacao here.
Yeah, okay. I don't know
I'm
who's
here.
still around, but it looks like Fibonacci and Sprinkle have had a great little chat there, which is great for you guys. And I think the others, I know Cosmic Fern Tree, she had to leave. I think Fee's probably gone as well. Um, so anyway, for those of you that are current, there's 14 watching, and so there's many people that are not writing any comments. Okay, so we're going to close it up in a minute, and Roman's just getting a drink for himself. So if you have any questions to the material or content we've discussed tonight, please feel free to put it in the chat now, and I can put the question to Roman. If you're new to this material, I'm sure it's gone over your head. It is very different to modern basic astrology. But this is the real deal, basically.
That's the real deal. I like that.
It's true. So, thank you for those of you that have been watching and listening and being present. And I know many people will watch this later, and it is the kind of video that you will need to, really focus, especially if you're not familiar with this program and so forth. So you're welcome, Sprinkle. There's just some thank yous, Roman, for sharing your wisdom with us tonight. So Fibonacci, how does he make the jewelry? Does he pour it into a sand mold? Do you pour your jewelry into a sand mold? Is one question I have there.
Well, actually, um, in the jewelry, I also use authentic coins from ancient Greece,
Mm.
from the time of Alexander the Great. Real authentic coins, which I get from official auction houses,
Mhm.
from numismatic auction houses. So everything is okay there.
Mm.
And sent. Well, it was yeah. Well, right now I'm using a 3D printer and a casting and somebody who is casting the this 3D print,
Mhm.
you know. Then you make this 3D print. First, of course, you make the model. Then you make it into a special computer program, this 3D file. Then you print this with a 3D printer, and then you give this to the guy who is doing the casting
Uh-huh.
of with the metal,
Mhm.
and then you get this and work on. So this is a long process,
Yeah,
a
I
long
can imagine.
process.
I can imagine. Yeah, absolutely.
But the first thing which must happen before everything else
Mm.
is the vision,
Yeah,
which eventually Apollo gives you.
of course. Yeah. Yeah.
Apollo gives you the vision. You
Yeah.
see it. You see it. You see it as if it is in your hands,
Mm.
but it doesn't exist in the material world, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But you see it, you know it, you know, and then you start thinking how exactly to do it in the real world, in the material world,
Yeah. Yeah.
because you know there are some technical requirements, you know, technical requirements, you know, how strong will be this part, will this part, how thick must be this metal there not to break off. So it is you
Yeah.
know, millions of things that you
Yeah.
must take in account. But the most important is the vision.
Vision.
And right now when Mercury pops up like Apollo, that's the time, guys. That's the time for your visions, for your projects, for your communication, for your inspiration, for your meditation, and for your nirvana.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, just I know this is a maybe a complex question. I hope not, because just okay. So, if somebody was born with Mercury invisible, which a lot of people probably are, because Mercury is always so close to the sun,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Can they still benefit from the Apollo vision, the Mercury morning star?
Yes, yes, sure. Depends where, you know, like the more powerful Mercury is in someone's chart,
Mm.
the more powerful periods will they have when he is visible.
So Mercury invisible does not necessarily mean Mercury is not powerful. Is that right?
Yes, yes. Look, when Mercury is visible in a given chart,
Yeah.
this means that okay, let's say Apollo visible. This like morning star Mercury. This means that this guy already has accumulated, because you see, Apollo is the insight, the
Mm,
vision,
mm,
insight which is not outward knowledge, but inner kind of knowledge, like inner kind of wisdom.
mm,
Apollo is the deep understanding, the insight, and the vision of reality, of the real world, because Apollo is the light. So, if it is visible in someone's chart, this means that this guy has accumulated enough insights and enough visions for this life in
mm.
order to start expressing it
Right.
into the outer world.
Beautiful. Okay.
If Mercury is Hermes, which is evening star,
Mm,
visible, then this is the same, but with the knowledge, with the intellectual knowledge,
mm,
and with the materializing of the divine insights. Apollo is the divine vision. Hermes is its realization into the material world.
oh, that's beautiful.
Somebody with visible Mercury evening star, Hermes, this guy has accumulated
Mm,
enough knowledge
mm,
in order to start expressing it for the whole world, for
mm,
the other people. You
mhm.
see, somebody who has visible Apollo, visible Mercury, morning star, the other people, because he has visible, the other people see his visions and
Wow.
his insights.
Wow. I love
Somebody who, yeah, that's nice, right?
that.
Somebody with visible Mercury, evening star, people see his intellect.
Mm,
Somebody who has invisible Mercury,
mm,
he is in this period of accumulating,
mm.
accumulating, thinking, you know, like mm, considering things, still in this kind of period of heaping up insights or knowledge.
That's me. I've
This
got Mercury invisible.
this does not mean, that someone with visible Mercury is brighter or smarter than somebody with invisible. This is just a different kind of period.
Yeah.
This is like these guys have this period to express this
Yeah.
outward,
Mm.
and the invisible is still accumulating.
Very interesting. Which one are you?
Well, my chart, I'm Apollo,
Apollo, yeah.
and it is visible. You
Visible.
don't know my chart? Come on,
Yeah,
my chart is
I do. I do.
my chart is in the program.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah. No, I know you're Apollo. Yeah. Yeah.
That's it here. That's it here.
Yeah.
You see Mercury here,
Yeah.
and now we were talking about the these cycles of Mercury, right? Right. We were talking about the different cycles of Mercury. That he has 20-year cycle. So look now, I will demonstrate this. Remember where is Mercury, where is the sun. Okay, remember this.
Yeah.
So now I'll put after 20 years.
Mhm.
I'll just put here 20 years more. So I'll go 20 years, refresh. Voila, you see the same.
Mm.
Mercury is at the same place, the sun is at the same place.
Mm. Wow.
Yeah. So if I go back to the birth,
Mhm.
the same place, yeah,
Well,
the same. Mercury in the 24th degree of Libra, visible. The sun in the 13th degree of Babylonian Scorpio, the same thing. So if I put another, like we were talking about 33, right? So, okay, I put here after 33 years, which will be 1960 plus 33, 1993, right?
mhm.
1993, 33 years. You see, the same.
Wow.
All right. What about 46? Let's put 46. 46 will be 2006, right? 2006. Refresh. You see, the same.
Yeah.
The same. So, yeah.
So this is
And
this is this is the cycles you were talking about at the beginning, right?
these are the cycles, yes, the
Okay.
heliacal cycles of Mercury.
Yeah.
Uh, okay, okay. What about 66? Well, 66 is 2026, right? 2026
Mm-hmm.
next year. So we go 2026. The same.
Wow.
See, the same.
Yeah.
Um, so these are the cycles that we were talking about, and also there are several other cycles which are not so exact,
Mhm.
but this is the nature of these planetary cycles,
Mhm.
and um,
I'll just
you see
question here. Let me see. I would like to hear what Roman would.
the 20-year cycle. The 20-year cycle is very, very interesting because Mercury makes like, let me think, he makes 20-year cycle, 21, 21, 3. he makes like 63 turnings around the sun. For 20 years, Mercury turns around the sun 63 times until he comes back to the same place.
Oh. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and he like an arrow on a clock.
Yeah.
He turns 63 times, and each time he moves a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, and then on the 63rd time he's back in the same place.
Same place. Okay.
After 20 years.
Wow, that's incredible.
And Anastasia, think something. Think about 20 years. For me, this rings a bell. 20 years is the time of the journey of Odysseus.
Odysseus.
Odysseus, he was out of Ithaca for 20 years. 10 years the war with Troy, and then 10 years, you tell me what, magician Circe in the island, or this lotus eaters there, and all these giants and all of these things. So the first 10 years was the war with Troy. The next 10 years was this journeys, mess around, cannot go back home. And then after 20 years, he goes back home. Mercury has a 20-year cycle. And also, Odysseus, is this how you pronounce in English?
Yeah.
What about Greek? What about Greek?
In Greek, Odysseus.
Odysseus? Is this not Odysseus?
Odysseus. Odysseus. Yeah, Odysseus. Yeah.
So Odysseus, Odysseus, yeah, it's 20 years. It took him 20 years, and also very interesting. Like Odysseus, he had like protectors from the gods, and who were his protectors? Guess who? Hermes, number one, and Athena. Hermes and Athena were the protectors of Odysseus. So he's a very Hermes-like figure first. Very smart, very smart guy.
Wow.
Very Hermes-like figure. 20 years. But then I'll tell you one thing that you and everybody can have time to think about this. All right, look, numbers in myths are very important, extremely important. They can give us the key. So what happens when Odysseus goes back to Ithaca? Well, he has to face the suitors of his wife, right? They are there, lined up, waiting for Penelope to marry one of them. They're like this, and Odysseus has to kill them all, so he has to deal with them. All right, how many are they? The suitors of the wife of Odysseus are 108.
108. Wow.
108, Anastasia. 108, and this is absolute smashing. This is absolute, kind of blows my mind up, because 108 is a very special number.
Yes, I was going to say that. I know.
Very special number. Yeah, it's a sacred number in the Vedic tradition, and in the Buddhist tradition too.
Yes.
Avalokiteshvara, he has 108 names.
Wow.
And in the Vedic tradition, also very, very important number, 108. They have rosaries with
Yes.
108,
Yeah.
beads.
I've done a lot of chanting and things like that that
Ah,
you repeat
you
100
see? Yeah,
times. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Amazing.
So, so we may start thinking, what the hell is this? What is the meaning of this 108 suitors that Odysseus kills? This kind of number, what is the connection with astronomy and with astrology? And I have an answer about this, but this will be later.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's a big subject, but I'm very, very curious to know, to hear what you think. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's amazing. Mm. It's always amazing to hear it and to hear you speak, Roman, and to hear you share your wisdom. And then at the same time, when I hear a lot of things, um, because I feel I don't just only think it, like I feel it, you know. So I feel this there's this connection, right, with everything. It's just about having the ability to see it, right? It's all there connected. All the mystical, traditions and teachings and layers, whether it's through mathematics, the stars, what it's all linked. And these numbers and these cycles, this is not coincidence, this is all the magic in the mystery, right? Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Mythology,
yeah,
everything is there.
yeah,
And this is playing out in our reality actually every day.
yeah,
And
exactly.
on the sky and in our reality and in our
Yeah.
in our consciousness also. Because you see, the python that Apollo kills um, is most often in us, in our consciousness.
Mm,
Most often it is not an outward figure, it
yeah.
is not some enemy that you go and destroy.
I,
uh,
I love that about you. You bring in that beautiful Sagittarius wisdom. So beautiful. Yeah.
so most often the python is in our own consciousness,
Mm,
and the python is everything which is not beautiful.
yeah, not the eternal light, right? It's like the ugly part of the ego personality,
Yeah,
right? That has all these attachments and obsessions and fears and all these
yeah.
different things, right? And so it is,
Fears,
yeah,
anger, hatred, depression,
yeah,
all of these things. And Apollo is the light. Apollo is the vision, the light.
yeah,
And when Apollo kills Python, it is actually a metaphor
mm,
of somebody who becomes rid, who frees himself from his own negative kind of feelings, emotions, and preconceptions.
yeah. So the python is inside us.
The Python is inside us until we, like Apollo, kill the
Yeah,
Python.
yeah, yeah. Bring the
And Apollo with 100 arrows,
with 100 arrows or
with
108.
100 arrows,
Yeah. Love that. That's beautiful. Yeah,
you see it, right?
yeah, yeah. That's so good.
So,
That's awesome. That's really
so it is something like internal transformation, and this is one of the best times for consideration, for meditation, exactly when Apollo becomes visible, and like this time when he becomes visible until his more until his elongation.
Mm.
This is actually the time when he kills Python in the myth.
So this is such a wow, this is really important information you're sharing, you know. This is if you guys were listening to the dates that we were talking about, Mercury's greatest elongation from the sun. We talked about what date that was, and then Mercury is going to become a morning star. So Roman's saying utilize this time now to kill the fucking python in your own consciousness, right? That's got you by the throat, you know, that's directing your thinking or your perceptions in ways that are not helping you, right? This is the energy of where Mercury is now and where he's leading to. This is the time to really work with this, you know, spiritually. I'm not talking about what I mentioned before about mental negotiations and the like. That might be a part of your life too, for sure.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Life. But in terms of clearing and purifying the mind, because we can't do that all in one day, right? We must take
Oh,
these opportunities to do more work towards that. And this is a beautiful opportunity to purify the consciousness, you know, to pure. Apollo is the eternal light and truth. That's it. So when you remember that, it can't just be an idea and theory. You know, it has to be something that you really go into inside yourself, I think. Yeah.
well, you see, Apollo is everywhere, everywhere, and we see actually with Apollo. Apollo is in us who has the vision, internal vision and outward vision. This is Apollo. So in this time, there will be a lot of opportunities for projects, for new visions, for new projects, for new ideas, also for communication. Also, part of what is Hermes is always part in Apollo 2 and vice versa. So this will be a good time also for negotiations, for all kinds of contracts, you know, and communications and partnerships with other people. And also, this is a good time to make like new friendships. Um, but the important thing is that if in this time you have some new projects coming, then the important part is to that these projects should be concluded uh, in a sound method, sound like ethical, good way. Because the Python, you know, you can have a project, right? You know, you can have some kind of project. Some guy from some company may show up and say, okay, you have a construction company. Okay, what about I want a building of 20 stories high? Can you make it? And you say, yes, I can make it. How much? 100 million euro. Okay, 100 million euro. Okay, but then if you play play this out in a bad way, like you use old materials or cheap materials which will break with time, or this is the Python.
Ah. Uh-huh. Yes. So important to be authentic. Yeah. Yeah.
To be true to the vision, to the project, to make it
Yeah.
perfect,
Yeah.
to make it sound, to make it ethical,
Yeah.
to make it in such a way that everybody who participates to be happy.
Yes.
Everybody. Now you cannot employ, you know, like illegals from Guatemala and pay them peanuts, and they be angry, and say, oh my God, this guy here is so stingy, and I must work on his stupid building. And this kind of energy goes in the building, goes in the project, goes in him too.
Yeah.
So okay, look, you can pay these illegals very, very small money. Okay, you can do it. If they are happy with this, it's okay. If they are happy. But if you are doing it with this kind of thought, oh, now I'll use these guys because they don't have any other option and they will work, no matter how then again, this is also Python. They are happy, but you are making some kind of stupid kind of considerations.
Yeah.
So it is complex. Python is a very huge enemy, and actually, Apollo kills Python forever when you reach Nirvana.
Good luck, everyone. Yeah, so it's a process of evolution.
This is possible, Anastasia.
Yeah.
People do it. People reach Nirvana. This is absolutely possible for the human life, for everybody. Everybody can do it. This is actually what is a human being. A human being is a creature which can reach Nirvana in its lifetime. That's human being is a copy of God, right? So this is like every human has this opportunity to clear his consciousness and to become one with God and with the whole universe.
You're right.
In this lifetime, and even in this moment, because this is something which happens in a split of a second. Well, yeah. So good luck to everybody.
Yeah, that's that's a lovely way to close, actually. Very inspiring, very, very inspiring to remind people of that, because I mean, you're right, it can happen in a split second. Somebody can be sitting there for 50 years, maybe trying to make it happen, right? And it doesn't happen. And then somebody like just something shifts, or you're able to, I don't know what words to use. You're able to surrender, to go into some type of surrender, I think, I think when you're trying to make something like that happen, I think it's too much in the mind, It's a different state of consciousness, right? That level of nirvana, like nirvana's not going to come by sitting there reading 100 books, for example, it's like, it's even very difficult to describe in language what that process is. I think it's a very different process perhaps for all of us as well. But anyway, circling back to the main point, which you said, which was the best point, anyone can achieve it if they really want to, if they really, really want to. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you see, I have met many people who say, "Oh, this is a question of thousands of incarnations. This is only people who have special karma." Well, if you think like this, the game is lost. The game is lost. So, but and this is not true. This is not true, because every human being is a copy of God. Every human being, okay, it can have some outward influence that will, of course, separate him from reality and from God, of course. That's why is the spiritual work needed, of course. But definitely, like a basis point humans are microcosmos. So
Absolutely. There's a line in the Bible. I'm paraphrasing a little bit, and the Bible is symbols, metaphors, all the way through. It's about the ability to interpret the symbolism. There's a point where the disciples were with Jesus, and they were sitting around, and they were well, anyway, that they were sitting there, and Jesus looked at the disciples, and there was one in particular, and he looked at them and he said, "Can't you just stay awake with me for half an hour or for 1 hour?" Something like that, he said. "Can you just stay awake with me?" He's not telling them to not go to sleep. It's the symbolism, right? The metaphor. He's asking them to open their eyes, to wake up, to stay awake, even for just 1 hour. Now, that 1 hour could mean for eternity, right? It's about the metaphors and the symbolism. I love that line, when Jesus said that to his little disciples, because to me that just says, if you can stay awake all the time, then you're in that eternal light. You're in that nirvana, but you've got to stay awake.
yeah.
The python, I think, is when you are sleeping.
Yeah.
You're blind, you can't see. Staying awake is that nirvana state, staying in the eternal light, in the truth. Does that
Yeah. Yeah. Of
make
course, it's
Yeah.
it's like Jung says that if you are not aware of your subconsciousness will be your master even without you knowing it.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
you become aware of your subconsciousness, then you will become the master
Yeah.
of your subconsciousness.
Yeah.
And actually, the spiritual path is just this. It is like deep kind of analysis of research, deep exploration of your own consciousness. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
Anastasia, it was nice seeing you again.
Thank you, Roman. Thank you so much for your time, your generosity, your wisdom. I love you very much. I'm always very appreciative and grateful for your time. Thank you to all of you as well who have been watching and listening and etc. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you guys soon. Don't forget about the Venus and Mars going invisible. We talked about that. We talked about Mercury. There's a lot that's been covered throughout today's session. I think we've been going for 2 hours, so there's a lot to consider here. So Roman, I love you and I thank you so much. I'm going to have to close it down because if I stop it,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
still...
Okay.
I'm going to message you on Messenger in a
All right.
minute. Okay, thank you so much, Roman. Thank you for all your
Good
time.
luck. Good luck to everyone who is watching this. Okay.
Yeah,
Good
much
luck. Good
much
luck.
love
Good
to everybody. Thank you so much, guys, and thank you, Roman. Thank you so much. Talk to you in a minute. Thank you. Bye.